So before I get to our topic today, I just want to tell you that I have a new obsession. It was True Blood. True Blood is my obsession. I love True Blood, but I started watching Game of Thrones recently, and I put off watching it for a long time, and everyone kept telling me how good it was, and I finally watched it, and I watched the entire first season, which was amazing, and I can't wait for the next season, and now I have to read the books, but you should totally check that out. Highly recommend it. Really good. Tell me your favorite character below if you watch it. I'm in love with Dany. Really like most of the characters, except for Joffrey. Joffrey can die a horrible death. Is, I believe, Gretchen's topic, and we're supposed to answer if we think heaven exists, why or why not, and if it does exist, what our idea of heaven would be like. What do we imagine heaven is? The way I view it is, I'm not a religious person by any means, but I am someone who feels like things are more connected than just random. And I like it, the way that I view like religion and ideas about God or ideas about death or ideas about salvation or any of that is, it's kind of what helps people make it through the day, and it helps them live life a little bit easier. So I think that for me it's really personal what I believe. I mean, I don't feel the need to kind of talk at length, because what I believe happens or why things happen is meant to kind of comfort me, I guess. I do believe that there's something a little bit more, whether you want to call that God or not, you want to call that heaven or not. I just believe it's a little bit more on the loving end of the spectrum than like the vengeful, like you crossed me and I'm gonna smite you section. I like to believe that there's something more after you die, that it's not just you die and everything is gone and there's nothing. I like to believe that there is something a little bit more. Do I imagine it's like a big pearly gate and lights and you walk in? No, and like angels singing. I don't think that's heaven. I like to believe that if there is a heaven, that it's kind of this place that we felt happiest when we were alive. Whether that's like where you live, or that's a place that you visit, or it's a place that you've been before. I like to imagine that you get to kind of have the chance to spend your time there. For me, there's this place that I went up my entire childhood, and I've still been as of recently. Like, I lived there for a year when I was 19 in Boyne City, Michigan, and my parents used to take us up to this lake, Lake Charlevoix, and we would stay there, and that, to me, is what I like to imagine heaven would be. Like, if I die, well, when I die, if I die, I like to imagine that I would kind of be sitting on that porch in front of that lake with like all the books in the world at my disposal, and my good friends and my pets and my family, and just surrounded by water and summer, and I don't know, that's how I like to imagine what would happen. So yeah, below in the comments, let me know, do you believe in heaven? And if you do, why or why not? And if you do, what is your perfect idea of heaven? Like, what do you hope it would be? P.S. I get a lot of comments about this in my videos for some reason. When I say, hey girls, it's Monday, or talk to you girls later, I know that there are guys that watch this channel. I'm not directing that at you, I'm directing it at the girls on the channel. So I feel like that had to be kind of mentioned, because I get a lot of comments about that. So don't take offense and get all upset because I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the other people that make videos.